camera set up. Oh, it's early, guys. It's like 2:42. I'm just awake this morning. Thought I'd see who else is awake and see if anybody wants to chit chat with me. No one's here yet. Oh, there's dog hair in my coffee. Nice. Well, dog hair adds flavor, is what I say. Oh, I got a feisty cat in here too. Spooks hammers. Spooks. Hello, good morning. What you're looking at? Will you remind me of your name again so I don't just keep saying what you're looking at? Ruby, good morning. Got my coffee. Morning. David, good morning. How are you? Oh, I just thought I'd pop in. It's Thursday. It's Thursday? See? Oh, this is why I need coffee. Oh, Chris. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I'll change that title when I'm done here. See? Yes. Angel, it is Thursday. I did it. Oh boy. See, this is what happens when you get up super early without your coffee. You get your days mixed up, you know? Well, at least it's only Thursday. Still got some time to get stuff done. My hubby would be late for work. Yeah. Good morning, Janine. Good morning. Oh, good morning, Angel. Good morning, Aunt Mary. You made it. Okay, so you guys, I got my aunts moderating this live, my real aunts. So don't be getting all cheeky, because they don't take that. Yes, it's okay. Today's my Friday. Okay, good. Oh, gosh. Good morning from Belgium. Good morning. What time is it in Belgium? I've never been to Belgium before. It sounds fun. I guess I don't really know much about Belgium, but it's fun. Oh, what are you guys up to today? I know it's Thursday, not Friday, so it's not the beginning of the weekend. That's so funny. Oh. I think I'm going to try and go to the food bank. It's 10:45 a.m. on Friday. See, Debbie, it's Friday for Debbie. Today's Thursday for us, so. I just got up, made a pot of coffee. Oh. Plug it in the coffee pot first, yeah. John, you did this last time. See, look, people won't get rid of you. Jody, good morning. Surprised you're awake. I'm surprised I'm awake. Well, I'm not surprised I'm awake. I was going to do a live last night, but I went to bed. Like, as soon as husband got home, I'm like, I am so tired. I don't know why I was so tired last night. Probably because I got up super early. But I was trying to, get some stuff done, you know. So, good morning, 3:45 Thursday morning in Oklahoma. I've been awake most of the night, dipping water from a leaky roof in my entering room. Oh, well, that's no fun. Dipping water? You mean like collecting water? Is it you got a leak in your roof? That's no good. Man, stuff just falls apart nowadays, doesn't it? It's just not built like it used to. I was not around for when it was built that way. Everything's been kind of cheaply built since I've been around, and it's just getting worse. That's like I'm thinking about for like Christmas gifts for the kids. Like, it's just junk. It seems like anything I get them, it just breaks like instantly. Like, I don't know if that's just kids. Like, my dad's like, yeah, kids break stuff. Like, when we got a new couch when we moved into our first house in Missouri, and my dad's like, I don't know why you're getting a new couch. It's just going to get destroyed. And yeah, he was right. So, oh, Nancy, Oklahoma as well. Good. Oh, Angel and Nancy, you're both from Oklahoma. That's good. My brother was born in Oklahoma. Oh, you've been living in Belgium for 18 years now. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's great when you find a place that you love. Joyce, hey Joyce. Don't forget to like this video, guys. Just make sure to get it out there. It's freezing in the UK. It's here too. Like, we're supposed to be getting some more snow. Oh. Let's see, hold on, sorry, I got a text message. Rude. Okay. Okay, good morning from Georgia. Good morning, Amy. What time is it where you're at? It's 3:47 here in Minnesota. It is 2:48 here, so I'm an hour behind you. Good morning, Sherry. Sherry, sorry, Sherry, you made it. Cherry's a good name, too. You know, when I was little, I wanted twin girls, and I wanted to name them Vanilla and Cinnamon. I thought that would be the cutest names ever. My dad's like, yeah, stripper names. I'm like, I don't know, I think it's cute. It's a good thing I had boys, huh? So you're getting ready for Christmas? Yes, my husband just told me not to look at the Amazon, so he's getting ready too, I guess, which is nice. But yeah, we're just my mother-in-law, she's just given us some money to buy gifts from her because she's still out on the road. So she's like, here's some money, get some gifts for him. And so I'm thinking about that. Like, I know that she would probably just get him like I don't want to say crap, but stuff that breaks, you know, and it's just, toys are just so expensive and they just break. Like, I'm trying to think of good, wholesome gifts I can get for my kids that is beneficial to them, but still fun and not just a bunch of overly priced crap, you know? So I am thinking about it. I'm trying to really be considerate of what we get them. I know like hard times are probably coming more, so I don't want to go over and beyond for Christmas because there's that expectation of having to do bigger and better than last year or something, and I hate that. Like, I hate that gotta do better than before mindset. Like, why? Like, why do they have to do that? Like, why can't we just get something simple? Why does it have to be about the gifts, you know? Am I always up this early? Usually. Sometimes I sleep until 4:30. This is just the time that I get my stuff done, and I'm a morning person. I can wake up and instantly be ready to go. It doesn't take me a while to wake up. I mean, sometimes if I'm up this early and I got a 4-year-old jibber jabbering at me, then yeah, I know. But yeah, usually I'm very just ready to go. I've always been a morning type person, but I shut down at the nighttime, like probably around 6:30 or 7. I'm just done. Like, I'm either a zombie or I just go to bed early so I can get up this early, which kind of sucks for like husband and I and our routine. But he stays up late and then I get up early. It's just, it kind of works out. Like, the weekends are really our time to reconnect, you know. Only 19 days till Christmas. Whew. At least we got our tree up. You see our tree up there? Kind of. We got a tree. We went and cut down our tree while it was snowing, and there was like a foot of snow up in the mountain. It was beautiful, though. I'm editing that right now to post that up there. I didn't get us decorating the tree. You know, some stuff I want to keep just for us, but I did like a before and after of it, so that's fun. But yeah, so we at least got our tree up. I still got to decorate my big bay window in the kitchen. I haven't found that tote where I stored all that stuff, and it's in the garage somewhere. So why do we have some of the Christmas stuff over here and not all of it? Like, where's the other Christmas stuff? Why is it scattered? Ah, who put this stuff away? Who closed last year, you know? You believe in the 4 toys per child. Okay, I knew some people get like they get a new set of pajamas, and then they get like stuff they need, something they want, something to read. I've heard that too, like getting a book and a toy. Never go wrong with crafting things for your kids. That's a good idea. They do enjoy that stuff too, building little stuff. It's just another thing. We spend all that time working on it, and then it just gets destroyed. But at least that's better because they get the experience of putting something together, you know. You put your tree up last night, good. 1 from Santa and 3 to represent a gift you got each wise one of baby Jesus. Okay, that makes sense. And yeah, I don't do everything from Santa either because I don't want Santa getting all that credit, you know. I'm the one who did all that work, you know, or spent that money, and I make sure I tell them like they get one gift from Santa that's not big. Like, I don't get the biggest gift from them. The biggest gift's from mom and dad, you know. Because I remember thinking or hearing one time that kids at school get all this stuff from Santa, and then a kid who didn't get as much would be like, well, how come Santa loves them more than me? And I was like, man, that broke my heart. I was like young when I heard that, so I'm like, that makes sense. So that's why I try not to say Not everything's from Santa. Santa's got to spread it around so you only get one gift from him. The rest of it's from us, you know? Or something like that. Or the stockings too, or Santa. I don't know. I was winging it. Sip, sip the coffee. Thank you, Mary. Make sure you guys like this. Give me a coffee emoji to make sure to remind me to drink my coffee because, you know, you all got me jibber grabbing. Would you ever consider vlogging? Me and my daughter, which are your videos would like that's it. We need more. Vlogging, well, I don't know. I don't know. Probably not. You know, there's some things that you want to keep personal in your life, and I don't know, I just don't want to be around with the camera in my face all the time, you know? Like, I have my content where I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, that's what I'm doing. I do my food bank hauls, stuff like that. Like, even when I did Costco, I didn't want to bring my camera in with me to Costco and be like, hey, look at Costco. I don't know. Like, you see those influencers in the wild videos where they just make fun of people like that, and I don't blame them. I mean, there's people that are, like, clogging up bridges in Disney to do a TikTok dance or something. You know, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to get sucked into the culture like that. I just want to, you know, share my knowledge of the kitchen and my love for that. And like, I took the camera with me to go get our Christmas tree. So stuff like that is okay. But I don't know if I'm really going to do strict vlogging, day in the lives, things like that. Maybe someday, but Santa brings the big gifts. Okay, so yours is the big gifts. I tell my grandson that Santa has already delivered here. Oh, see, it's so nice when they're young. They believe anything, you know. But then they start thinking, be like, wait a minute, mama. Like, I got that from my daughter. She's like, wait a minute, mama. How can you get in the house if we don't have a chimney? I'm like, well, Betty Jan, he's magic. You know? Oh, I forgot he was magic. Yeah. Santa leaves small gifts in the sack in my house, big ones from me. Okay. Books are always a good gift for children. Art supplies. Discovery Channel has a lot of nice learning gifts for kids. Thank you, Ruby. I like the live morning video. Thank you. I'm glad. Me too. I like talking to you guys. Like, you know, it gets lonely over here by myself, especially all day with the kids. You know, I wouldn't be able to do a live in the middle of the day because we do stuff, but it's like early morning or when husband gets home, I could come in here and do it, but that's I'm usually tired by then. I kind of think, you know, you guys would wake me up as long as I'm talking and talking and moving around and stuff. If I stay up, I can stay up longer. But as soon as it gets dark, I'm like, oh. Battery low. My kids' names, I have Betty Jan is my oldest. She is 6, and then I have twin boys, Conrad and Gideon. They are 5. There are their names. Richard, fun thing. One year I gave my 3 kids a gift from one daughter, a gift from Shine Down, the youngest, a gift from Billy Madison, a gift from Donald Trump. They loved it. You know, David, I think that's, or sorry, Richard, I think that's, oh no, you're not. You're Jody, right? Okay, Jody, you're Richard one. Yeah, that's funny. My dad did that. Like, he would give us gifts from Ninja Turtles, and it would be a Ninja Turtle thing, or I got a gift from Barbie, and it would be a Barbie-related thing. I thought that was super fun as a kid, you know? Like, I haven't done that as an adult yet, because that's, I don't know. I haven't done it yet. But I remember doing that as a kid. Like, you could get them a Paw Patrol thing, and it would be from Paw Patrol, you know? That would be fun. That's a good idea. Something that's spruce up the excitement a little bit, you know? That would be fun. Donald Trump. Like, did you get him themed ones where whatever, like, it was a Donald Trump gift, you know? That would be funny. Donald Trump. Oh, boy. Yeah, Christmas time. Today's Thursday. Okay, good. I thought it was Friday, so Thursday's good. I am babysitting for my friend over the weekend, so I am not going to be available this weekend. She's going out of town. I got to watch her kiddos and my kiddos. But I'm splitting it up. My husband's going to watch them some of the time. So he's like, so I'm not going to be able to get anything done today. I'm like, nope. Or this weekend, I'm like, nope, you got a dad this weekend. Sorry. But I'm making some money. So that's what matters. Make some extra money before Christmas. And she's got good kids too. And she's got a puppy, Looney. So it'll be fun. And the kids will be there with me some of the time, and then some of the time they'll be here with husband. So, because she's got 2 kids, so I would be watching 5 kids. and she has a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, so they're all around the same age, and that's just so much screaming. Oh, so much screaming. And you can't just kick them outside anymore, you know. I mean, you could, but that's mean because there's snow everywhere. Oh, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. My favorite Christmas cookie, I love molasses cookies. Like just the ginger, not like quite ginger snaps. I don't like the crunchy. I mean, they taste good, but I don't like the crunchy. I like a good chewy cookie. And something about molasses cookies are good. I tried to make them last year and they did not turn out. I put double the butter I was supposed to. I was not paying attention. So, but that's okay. I'll make some this year. I did just make some sugar cookies with the kids, and I did not film that because sometimes I'm just not in the mood to film with the kids. Like I get them in the kitchen, but I'm just, you know, you got to be a certain persona on camera, you know, you can't be, okay, that's it, enough. I mean, you could, but you know, and sometimes you just got to be in the mental state to have the kids in the kitchen, you know, and that's why I usually just do one at a time because it's a lot easy to focus on what I'm doing, manage one kid at a time. But once you get all 3 of them in there and they're all trying to grab stuff and then they're grabbing hot pans, I mean, it's a little better now that they're older and they're more aware of the kitchen and what's hot and what's sharp and what they need to ask before they do. Like my 6-year-old's very good about, Mama, can I do this? Can I put this in now? Can I do this? You know, so, which is good. But I ended up burning the bottom of those cookies because I just wasn't paying attention. But it was fun, and I'm going to be doing more cookies with them too. Because like I say, it's important to get the kids in the kitchen. It's just also makes your eye twitch as a mom, you know. What about your guys'? What's your favorite Christmas cookies? I'll just do generic like chocolate chip, ginger snap, and then something. I want to make some of those like pecan balls. Are those what they're called? Butter balls with the powdered sugar. My mom used to make those and they're really good. You got to eat the whole thing in one bite or else you get powdered sugar everywhere, you know. Maybe some of those. I also like to make fudges. Haven't done any fudges in a while. There's like a white chocolate peppermint fudge where you use the candy cane Hershey's Kisses and you blend those up and you melt those down into a fudge. It's really good. I haven't done that. I like marshmallow fudge, you know. Potato chips cookies using Pringle chips. I've never made potato chip cookies. Pringle chips. Oh, that sounds good. One of your videos you asked what you could do with coconut milk. You can cook hamburger with green beans and then add coconut milk. Or put all that over rice and soy sauce. It's an Islander dish. Oh, and that's super easy. So you just cook the hamburger, green beans, throw in the coconut milk, and then serve that over rice? That sounds pretty good. Rainbow layer cookies. That sounds fun. So you just make like sugar cookies and then split it up and dye each bowl like a certain color and then you stack them together. Have I ever tried Velveeta fudge? I have not. Velveeta fudge. Oh my gosh. I've never even heard of that. Man, you can literally put Velveeta in anything. Man, have you put that in a fudge? Try Velveeta in a fudge. Hey, Yoda. Come say hi. Come say hi. Alright. Good morning, Yoda. Velveeta fudge is the best. Oh my gosh, maybe that's something new I try. I got some Velveeta. I buy them at Aldi's. They remind me of Christmas in Holland. I grew up. Oh, it's a spiced cookie. Yeah, that's what I like, those spiced cookies. Good morning. Unlucky John. Were you the one here scoping for a wife the other day? I love your kitty. I have 5. Yeah. Good morning, Stephanie. Yeah, she is a pretty cat. She's my baby. Potato candy. I saw a recipe for that on my Facebook. Potato candy. Is that like just using real mashed potatoes? I saw that you shouldn't use instant because they too much water in those. So that's the trick I read. My sister always makes potato candy at Christmas. Okay. Yeah, she's snuggle. This is my snuggle bunny. She either sleeps next to me or on me. I've had her for real potatoes. Okay. Had her for 11 years now. All right, bye. Thank you for stopping by. Get a few hours of sleep. Yeah, go get some sleep. Thank you for stopping by. It was good to talk to you. Okay, I saw a question there for my homeschooling. You homeschool your kids. Do you have a routine? Is it hard? I mean, probably the hardest part is getting a routine and getting started. Like, it can be a little intimidating. You're like, man, my kid's education's on my shoulders, you know? But, and it could be like learning your kids, learning, like how they learn and what's the best way to teach each kid is a little challenging. You know, and you just gotta have patience because you're learning, they're learning, and the hardest thing for me is teaching myself how to teach them. So like having to go over the reading and pronouncing, well, and pronouncing words, you know, like and letters and stuff. That's probably the hardest thing for me. So I just, you know, give yourself some slack with it too, but I just feel like it's super important. So any struggles that I am having, I'm just trying to acknowledge those struggles and reach out for help if I need to. I've had several people on here that homeschool or that are old teachers, and they've offered to message me and give me some help, and I'm like, please do. Like, I'll take all the help I can get, just because I feel like it's important and I want to do it, but it's also intimidating. But it's really not so bad. Like, they have worksheets and they have mom guides, like parent guides that they sit with you if you're doing a certain curriculum, and you just follow that. So right now we're working on reading, so I'm trying to help them pronounce the words. Like with my daughter Betty, she was saying, you know, her name's Betty because it's a T, so Betty, and everybody was calling her Betsy because they thought she was saying Betsy, and it's Betty, you know. And then it's like, well, the T actually makes the D sound in her name, Betty, not Betty, so we get to say Betty, and now people are understanding her better. So it's just little things like that. Like, you listen to how they're saying something, and you gotta, okay, well, how do I say that? And you take the moment to sound it out yourself, you know. So I mean, it's definitely a challenge, you know, especially now. I think once we get the hang of it, it'll be a lot easier. For school, we just do we just do a couple hours. Like, we'll do the worksheet, the workbook. Wait, you went down? No. We do the workbook, like, they have ones that you can get at Costco or Walmart, just those like based on their grade. So we do kindergarten for the boys and first grade for Betty Jan. And they have like sections that you can do in that. But in the camera, there's sections that you can do for that. So we'll go through and do some of those. Like, one of them is really fast. Conrad's great with book work. Like, he finished a whole book in one session one time because he just kept on going. Like, he loves writing and working and stuff. And then the other, like, Gideon's more of a, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. I can't do it. So he requires a little more. I think he likes just more attention, you know. So he requires a little more, no, you can do this, a little more prompting, you know. And so we just go for, like, we have our section that we need to get done, and I go for however long it takes to get that done. And then we do reading, and then we do just general, like, cooking in the kitchen can be considered homeschooling learning, you know, so. So I always teach a day. So it's just strictly, mostly we do the work that we want to get done. I don't really go by time-wise, just workload on how much I want that to get done. And it's kind of nice. I can rearrange it. I try and get stuff done in the morning, get husband out the door, and then we will do our book work. Or if I'm still just really tired and I want to get something done on the computer and get that, like a video uploaded or something, we'll do our schoolwork later. So I'm like, you know what, kids, let's just watch some math on TV. Or they have a Khan Academy Kids on their tablets, and that's a really good program. So they'll do that. I'll be like, all right, let's do 45 minutes of Khan Academy, and then you can have 45 minutes of playtime on your tablet. So I try and do that, and that can give me some more time where when they're done playing on their tablet, I'm like, all right, let's do some book work now, you know, and kind of space it out. Or if I need to go somewhere that day, we can do it later. we'll do like math problems in the van while we're driving. I'll be like, all right, Gideon, what's 5 plus 2? I do random ones like that. And as I hear their answers, I can tell too what they need work with, what they need to work on, and what they're doing good with. I'm strongly considering homeschooling next year. My daughter will be in kindergarten. Currently, I teach preschool and is in pre-K at the same time, same school. Man, I am all for homeschooling. Like, just the school system now. Like, no offense to teachers, because you have no say in it whatsoever. They're just so limited in what they can teach. Like, I heard that they can't even, like, touch kids now. So if a kid's having, like, a breakdown or something, you just gotta say, okay, you want to go to the bathroom and get yourself together. Like, they can't hug them or comfort them. Just all the worry with school shootings, you always, I don't know, I just feel like it's safer and better for my kids to keep them home. And for me, even though I'm not very confident in myself as like a teacher, I'd say, because I've never done anything like that, but I'm confident in the fact that I want my kids to have a good education, and that between me and my husband, we can do that for them. And it is hard and it's a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, but I think it's worth it. I know I had a bad experience in the public school system. My husband had a bad experience, and that was, 15 years ago that we were in public school. So what is it like now? And it is kind of nice skipping the school pickup. I'll drive by it and be like, yep, don't gotta do that. Have I thought about doing an Amazon wish list? I have not thought about that. I don't know. I don't want people to think I'm expecting gifts from them or expecting something, so I haven't done that. But I do understand that some people are just generous and want to send stuff and don't know what to send. So that might be a consideration. Like what? Just a wish list for the kids? Or like for me and husband? Your daughter's homeschooled, but she does it all online. See, and that's nice too. You can just have online stuff. Like I said, I got online on the tablets where I have them teach that. There's lots of YouTube programs like that teach kids. Like they can exercise to the sounds of the words, and it's all kinds of stuff that you can do from home now. There's so many resources, especially with the internet and online. Like you could totally do it, I think the bad thing about public school is that they think book work is the only learning, so an everyday vacation. Exactly. Like you can learn. That's what I do. I got them in the kitchen, and I got them in the kitchen working, and that's math. That's learning stuff. Going outside on a hike, learning new stuff. So I think kids learn more than just the book work setting. So I think you're right about that. Is it true that all kids carried guns to school in America? If they did, we wouldn't have so many gun shootings, would we? We wouldn't have any more school shootings if everybody carried them. But no, that's not true. Coffee. Okay. Honestly, I think teachers should be armed. I think that would stop a lot of the school shootings if teachers had a way to defend them and their kids, But that's a whole nother problem that's probably not going to get solved anytime soon. My daughter graduated doing homeschool. Homeschooling is bad. Why do you think homeschooling is bad? Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Mary. How are you? See, and some people think homeschooling is bad because they think your kids are going to end up antisocial, which I completely disagree with. Like, you can go to public school and end up antisocial because you're getting bullied, and so you're like, man, people suck. I don't want to be people. So I think if they want to be armed, they should be. Yeah, and that's a whole, guns don't kill people, people kill people, kind of thing. And it's a very political topic, because some people think that they are like, I don't know, I feel like if people want to hurt somebody, they will find a way. You don't need a gun to do it. You don't need a knife. You can smash someone in the head with a rock, And I watch enough true crime. Teachers are armed here in my city. Good, they should be. They really should be. Because you imagine, that's one way to stop that right there. They're not going to go into a school full of armed teachers, So that's another thing. If people, back in the day when everybody was armed, then you had less likely you were going to road rage at somebody because, they could be armed, And that's one of the reasons why we moved to Montana is because it's very lenient like that. It's very pro Second Amendment. And that's one of the reasons why we moved here for that. Let's see. Crazy someone shouldn't be on here talking like that. Yeah. I would love to see some videos on what you do in your homeschooling, like supplies, etc. Okay, I can get that working up. I'm still kind of working on my system, and we're still trying stuff out. Like I got those Bob books from Costco's, and those are great for learning how to read. We're learning how to read, and it's like it's like mat sat. So you go at sat. You know, you got to make sure you enunciate every syllable and then the rhyming words and stuff to see that. Well, if you know sat, then you should know mat because it's the same at sound, you know. And that's just stuff. I just watch videos on how to teach your kids how to read because I'm like, man, I struggle with articulating and I muddle words together. So, like, how am I supposed to be teaching kids how to do that? And I think that's a big block for some people in being able to homeschool. If you're like, well, I'm not good at school or I struggled, so how can I teach my kids? But you got to think about that public school setting, and you probably struggled because of the setting you were in, you know. And if you have like your teacher, which is your mom or your dad, specifically sitting down and teaching you, and they know you, they know your learning techniques, they know how to explain stuff to you, you know, I think it would make a huge difference, you know. Do I agree with legalizing weed? Yes, it's actually already legal here in Montana. I think that marijuana can be very beneficial to a lot of people, and it shouldn't have been illegalized to begin with. I feel like that was just the government trying to do more war, like the whole war on drugs thing. I mean, that's a whole nother down the rabbit hole conversation there. But yes, I am for it, and I'm glad that that's happening. Please, let's get off. Yes, you're right, Sherry. Let's get off that. My kids, even though they're in public schools, they needed help with something, I would buy the workbooks. Yeah, those workbooks were really great, like the Dr. Seuss ones, or they have all kinds of ones where you just trace the letters, you sound it out, and they each have their own workbook. Like, I get those a lot. My mom used to say Old Man Winter, not Santa. Yeah, Old Man Winter is a good one. Let's talk more about coffee. The Bob set looks so good. We have a couple of the sets of the smaller bricks. Yeah, I got one of the smaller book of the Bob ones, and it was great. My cousin homeschools her kids, so I can talk to her a lot about it. Her girls are a couple ages above mine, so that's kind of nice that we can talk about that. You're so fun. I love your videos on cooking. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Like, I like to have fun in the kitchen. I've always been one of those where I'm either annoying people or lightening up the mood, you know, because it's just, I hate that boring setting, and I was always in charge of training people, so I feel like I'm good at like giving tips on little tricks that you can do to make it better and stuff, because I'm all for efficiency, and I know that I like it when someone teaches me a new trick in the kitchen. Be like, oh, that's so much easier. I wish I would have known that. Yeah, my cup is almost empty. Mary, I'm gonna have to get some more. I go through to like 2 or 3 cups, so that is very important to have my coffee in the morning. And annoying people can be fun. They can be fun. Like, that's what I think too. I was always singing and being crazy in there. I do need my coffee pot next to me. Are you going to do a video on your Christmas tree when you get it? We already have it, and it is up, but I am planning on doing a video on it. It was snowing, guys. It was so beautiful. Like, we're just walking through the snow. Like, it's like up to our calves is how deep this snow is, like, for us when we're walking. And it was snowing a little bit, and there's just pine trees everywhere, and the snow is building up on the pine trees, and it's so beautiful. And like, the rivers aren't quite frozen yet, so there's clumps of ice as the water's going, and it's just, that's my favorite, is like water and rivers and streams. We had one outside of our house in Missouri, and I was there constantly. I loved that thing. Like, I love being around water, just like the sound of the trickling and stuff. It's just so calming. So one of the things we're looking for on our property is to be able to get something that has like a spring on it, or it's at least close to the river, so we also have a water source in case we need it. And I just find it relaxing to just go down the river and just sit there. I feel like I can sit there for hours looking at the same spot in the water because it's just relaxing, you know. so yes, I will be doing I just got to edit that video of us going out there and cutting it down, and then I didn't video us putting all the decorations and stuff up because like some of the stuff I just want to keep for us, and I just want to be careful with YouTube and vlogging and stuff that I don't turn into always having the camera in the face, and I can't have a special moment with my kid because I'm recording every single thing. I don't want to turn into that. So I want to bring the content that I'm comfortable with, that I know, that that I feel like I can spread around, and then keep other stuff towards, with my family and stuff. But I did do a before and after of the Christmas tree and footage of us going and getting it. So that'll be fun. Yes, I might have to go get some more coffee. Let's see. Do you get paid for making YouTube videos on YouTube's? We get paid for the ads. So once you're monetized, that means you have to qualify to be monetized, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 hours watched. So like the longer your videos are, if they're entertaining for that length, you get a lot of watch hours because someone's watching for the whole 20 minutes versus it's just a 5-minute video. If they watch the whole thing, then you only get 5 minutes. So you need a total of 4,000 watch hours. So that's why people are like, make sure you stay to the end because they want you to watch the whole video. And so anytime an ad pops up, you get paid for that ad. And so another thing, the longer the video, the more ads get shown and stuff. So that's why some people like the long form content, but some people just like the quick, just showing you a quick thing. And I'm still kind of working with mine, so that's why you'll see some of mine where I'm doing a long form and some of them I'm just doing a quick recipe or a quick dish. I'm still trying to figure out what works best for me. And there's some people that are searching just for a specific recipe, so that's why I'm trying to do a smaller one recipe at a time so that way I can get more traffic to my channel, so because I am wanting to bring you guys content. I'm also trying to grow my channel though, so I've only been doing it for a year. On the 13th we'll hit my 1 year on YouTube, so I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I'm surprised my channel has grown this much in the 1 year. Honestly, I was not. My goal was to have 1,000 subscribers by 1 year, so get that. So that's great. Do I like Harry Potter? I have not. I know I have not read any of the Harry Potters, but I'm sure I would like it, and I'm sure the kids would. So I definitely am interested in getting into Harry Potter. I just haven't done that yet, but that would be a great story to read for the kids at bedtime instead of just like one book. We can do like a chapter or something. My biggest issue with reading to the kids is that they're still talking over me. They still want to talk about the picture while I'm trying to read. So that's something I'd be like, hold on, if we're reading the story, we got to be quiet. So I'm still working on that. So I don't think we're quite up to reading chapter books yet, but Harry Potter would be a great one. And so it's not like I don't like Harry Potter. I just haven't watched it, but I'm pretty confident I would like it. When life gets really stressed and I need to be grounded in the summer, I'll drive up north and go to my favorite lake and just lay back and listen to the water. There's just something about the water, isn't it? It's just like, and that's what we love about Montana, that there's always a lake we could drive to that's tuckered up into the mountain. Or there's like, we live right here by the Bitterroot River, so we could just go down to the river. The river is literally a quarter mile from us if we walk, or we can ride our bikes. The kids and I ride our bikes in the summer down there, and we just go swimming at the river. That's so nice. In the middle of the day, I'd be like, all right, let's go to the river, and we just go swim at the river. And I got Life Vest for the kids for the deeper part, and then they're still learning how to swim, but next year we're gonna do that because Betty Jan will be 7 and the boys will be 6. So I have my subs but still need 1,300 watch hours. Yeah, like it's those watch hours. I hit my subs before the watch hours too. Are you almost there to the 4,000? I am past that. So I'm officially monetized. I am officially making money off of ads on YouTube. So I am monetized. That happened like, I think back in June. I hit that, and I still wasn't getting a lot of people watching it. So you get money based on the ads, based on how long people watch it. So if you watch the whole video, I get more money. If you watch the whole ad, because there's some ads that can be skipped. If you watch the whole ad, I get more money. So it's just, that's how getting paid from YouTube works. And then you have like the super stickers and the super things that you can get. There's also Patreon where you can join a monthly like it's a monthly cost, and you have special perks. Like I would have special emojis for you guys for the group chats. I would do like a specific live just for the Patreon, so just the people who pay for that month. And you can have different tiers. You can have like 99 cents a month. You can have $4.99 a month. You can have $9.99 a month, and you can have different tiers for what people want to contribute to your channel and get the special perks that you offer. So that's something that I'm also looking in. I mean, I don't want to be charging people for my content. You know, that's not what I want to do, but I think it would be fun for anybody who does want to participate in that, and I can do an extra live. It's not like you would get less of my content, you would get more by getting maybe a behind the scenes. Maybe I can do something like that. So that's something I'm considering, because you really never know, you know, what people are willing to do or willing to pay, you know, on YouTube. You like the long form yourself, yeah. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, Pamela. You have given me confidence in moving towards being able to have food security without feeling shamed for it. I'm learning so much from your videos. Oh, thank you. I can use gelatin too. You mean, are you asking what can you use gelatin for? Making jelly from the bottles. I don't know if you can use gelatin, because that's more like you'd be more making jello then. Like you can use juice from bottles to make jello with gelatin. That's it. You make homemade jello that way, but you wouldn't be able to make jams or jelly. You'd have to use pectin for that specifically. Which pectin's getting pricey up there, that's for sure. My grandson would be taking his second set of swimming lessons starting June. He loves it. He's 4. Yeah, I should get him into swimming lessons. We have a Y here, YMCA, which is just like a community center that you can go to, and they have a pool, they have a basketball court, they usually have an exercise area, so the adults can like exercise and then leave their kids there. So that's something I'm considering joining to get them exposed to more. You know, they can do sports where you don't have to be in the school to join on the sports team, which I don't know quite how I feel about sports teams either. Like the whole competition setting is another thing. I don't know. I'm thinking about just getting the kids set up in like karate or gymnastics, something like that. I think that they would really enjoy. Betty Jan's trying to do cartwheels and flips. You know, I did a cartwheel the other day. She's doing cartwheels. She's like, Mama, you want to try? And I'm like, sure, I'll try a cartwheel. And I'll be gosh darn, I can still do a cartwheel. Whew, I had no idea. Even my husband's like, dang, wife. I'm like, I know. Wasn't expecting that. What should we add to your fun for your freeze dryer? Well, you could just like, I don't know, I guess like that. Yeah, I do want to hurry up and get my freeze dryer, especially before the end of it. I don't know if we can set up a fund for that. I guess you could just give me money and say this is going towards your freeze dryer, because that's what we're going to do. A lot of my YouTube profits right now are going towards, well, we're trying to be responsible. Like we're putting some in savings, because you do still have to pay taxes off it. Like a third of it, your income's got to go to taxes at the end of the year, something like that. Husband was saying that. So we're putting some away for the taxes we're going to have to pay, and then we're paying off debt. But then there's also stuff we want for our homestead or for the homeschooling or my freeze dryer, stuff like that. So we're trying to, like, I've just recently started getting a steady paycheck from YouTube because my channel has taken off. So thank you guys. But it's still not enough yet, you know, to completely go off grid. But that's okay. Like this is totally extra. Like I'm doing housekeeping still on the side as well, or my babysitting, like I'm babysitting this weekend. So I'm trying to do whatever little things I can to keep me home, you know. So that's why YouTube is a great opportunity for me, because I can give content that I'm doing. Like I'm literally in the kitchen cooking all the time. I'm literally going to the food bank, preserving any extra produce they can give me. So it's great that this is what I'm doing in my life, and this is what I can put on the channel for you guys. So it makes it easier for me not to have to come up with content, because I have so much. I have a list of stuff that I can make, that I can do, that's backlogged. I'm like, oh, I really need to get to that pepper jelly. Oh, I really need to make cowboy candy. Coffee break. Oh, I still got that case of apples I got from the food bank. We've been working off of it. They're great apples. They're still in great condition. So it's so great. I'd be like, go get an apple. I'm hungry. Go get an apple. Oh, the other day though, like you're telling them to go get stuff yourself. I told them to go get a snack themselves. They got cheese sticks. These kids pulled out 8 cheese sticks and 4 of them were on the floor. Like I just wanted to open them. Ah! Now, they don't get cheese sticks for 2 days. They want cheese sticks. I'm like, nope, you wasted them. You don't get cheese sticks today. Grab an apple. Oh, Uncle Chris. What's up, Uncle Chris? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing, my man? Uncle Chris also has a channel. He does food bank hauls and pantry cooking as well. The first time I saw Uncle Chris, he was putting pancake mix for a gravy because he didn't have any flour. And he's like, but I got pancake mix. And I was like, I like this guy because that's what pantry cooking is all about, is using what you have in a pinch. And that was a great idea to use pancake mix. I don't know if I would have thought about that, and it would add a little sweetness to the gravy. I bet that was good. So I was like, man, I like this guy. He's got it going. A lovely personality. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning. Glad I was able to catch you live. I love your videos. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you have so many deductions with food and stuff you need from taxes. You'll be surprised how much you can write off. Yes, that's true. I'm not very savvy with the taxes and writing stuff off. Husband does most of that. But I was watching Frugal Fit Mom. Do you guys watch her channel? And she was saying how she buys food for content for her channel and then she writes those off. So the food she's making for her channel is not part of her grocery monthly family budget because she's writing that off for her channel. And I'm like, what? You can write stuff off for your channel? Because I guess it's considered a business. I mean, man, I was like, I guess that's how some of these big old family vloggers are doing it, is they go spend all this money on groceries and then they just write it off because it's content for their channel. I'm like, wow, I don't know. It seems weird, but if that works, then maybe that's something we can look into. Good morning, Mama Bear. I've been watching you for about 3 months now. Thank you, Nike girl. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys find me entertaining enough to watch me that long. Good morning, coffee and dishes in the morning. I do that too. I'll brew my cup of coffee and then my pot of coffee, and then while it's brewing, I'll throw in a load of dishes or something just to get that out of the way. So I agree. That's a good time to do that. All gone. I need some more. Unfortunately, in the hospital getting checked out. Hopefully be out here soon. Oh, Uncle Chris, I'm sorry to hear that. Uncle Chris is bonkers. He really is. Today's Thursday. I know, Erica. That's what happens when I make my live post without drinking my coffee first. I get my days mixed up. Another perk of homeschooling. You have no idea what day it is. Guys, I'm going to go get more coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I got my granny pajamas on. I got pockets in them, a big full zipper, goes all the way up and down, goes all the way down my calves. This thing's awesome. It's like my grandma one, but I see why they wear them. It's comfy. Look at everybody wishing Uncle Chris well. I love that, guys. That's why I love this YouTube community. I've kind of built, I guess, or I found, you guys have found me, I found you, and it's great. I love that I'm meeting like-minded people who are in the same situation, who are doing the same stuff, and you're making connections that I never even thought of. I didn't think that I was going to gain friends from this, but I really have. Chris is one of the ones from City Girl Homestead. Her and I email back and forth, if not every day, every other day, we'll email each other or talk. And I love that. I love that connection. She's like a mom to me, giving me mom advice and stuff. And, I have another one, Janet, that I email back and forth. I have people that I'm messaging on Facebook now that are my friends. People have reached out to help me with, my homeschooling because I'm helping them with their cooking, and it's that's awesome. That's what I want to do, is build a community where everybody's helping each other, because it really does take a village, and you can't be expected to know everything and do everything great, you know? So why not reap the benefits of other people who have other skills than you that you can swap for, you know? 13 days of cookies. I could do that, but I don't have time to do that much cookie recipe or dessert, everyone. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about doing like the 12 days of Christmas and doing a new project every time, then maybe next year. But this year is just, I haven't planned for it that much, and it's just a lot else going on. So, but I will do it like maybe one cookie recipe or something. Like, I don't want to be like a Scrooge about it, you know, but I'm going to be doing like fudges and stuff, because I like to make like a little Christmas goodie bag, I guess, of all the different goodies and cookies and stuff. So I'm going to be doing something like that. But I'm not going to do like specifically every day have one video come up, you know, so, but I hear ya. Oh, Latanya, good morning. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Angel. You better hit that thumbs up. Business expenses, computer supplies that I do, processing, I can use mileage, etc., but you will be able to use all this stuff for YouTube. Oh, so if I have to get a new laptop for YouTube or something, I can write that off. It's interesting, because right now my husband brought his old laptop back to life, and it's like, it's coming apart. He had to literally like screw something in there to keep it in there. I don't know how he screwed that in there and still got the computer to work. He's got magic. I don't know. But yeah, like, it's falling apart and stuff. And we're going to start doing more lives with me cooking. Another thing I want to talk about is that chopped challenge I've been talking about. I'm going to do it, guys. Like, I'm going to do it, which is nerve-wracking, me putting myself out there, you know, because I'm going to be cooking live with mystery boxes, with mystery ingredients in my kitchen, and, you know, I just could set myself up to fail there. But I don't know, I'm the type of person where if I drop something on the floor, I'm like, whoops, you know, I don't let it ruin my whole day. Sometimes with projects I can, like, I was struggling with some pickled eggs, and I was like fighting through the struggles, and then another thing happened, I just couldn't do it, and I just completely broke down, like, because you try so hard on stuff, and if it doesn't follow through and you put all your effort into it and it still doesn't work out, like, it can be defeating. It really can. And it's hard to push through that and be like, okay, I know I just messed this up and I can do better. You know, you got to have some grace with yourself. And I just, you know, I try and do that with myself and with my projects, and I think I'll be okay. So if I'm doing the chopped and I end up burning it, it's not like you guys are gonna be like, oh, she burnt it, that's it, unsubscribe. You know, like, I know you guys are gonna have fun with it too. And so I'm going to do that, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, Saturday night. I'll post reminders and everything. I won't just go live. I'll make sure I tell everybody about it. Yeah, because this Saturday I'm babysitting, so I can't do it this Saturday. But I've been thinking about it, you know. You've given me some good ideas, and I appreciate it. Well, awesome. I'm glad I could do that for you. I'm researching using citrus pith and apples for natural pectin. You're right. Store-bought pectin is expensive. It is, yes. Yeah, pectin, apple skins and stuff are good for it. Everybody's talking to Uncle Chris. Look at that. See, Uncle Chris, you're so loved. We really wish you the best to get better and to get your channel up and going again. I loved watching your stuff. Do your children get up anytime they want? Do you have a set schedule? They just get up whenever they want. They're mostly early birds too. They're usually up because I go and wake my husband up at 7, and for some reason all the kids end up in bed with him, like with us. I usually, if I do, when they come up, I'll either get up for the day or I'll finish sleeping on the couch. It's because it gets too hot. All the bodies in the bed, so I'll finish sleeping on the couch or something. But we're not really too particular about the kids sleeping with us. We're not too particular with the kids sleeping with us right now because, you know, we just figure that's the age. And my husband said he slept with his parents till he was like 8. So I was like, okay, if he doesn't mind it, you know. So yeah, they usually, when I go and wake him up at 7, him waking up stirs everybody else awake. Sometimes we can get him to sleep in a little longer, but usually by 8 o'clock, everybody's up and moving. So Gideon's my early bird. He's the one who'll get up at 4 with me and just jabba, 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 jabba. I'm like, get it. This is my time to get stuff done. So, yeah, and I just let him sleep, you know, why not? Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Love your channel. Just really found him hooked. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you love my channel. I like your outfit, Mama Bear. It is my grandma nightgown. It has a zipper that goes all the way up and down. It's got these nifty little pockets. But thank you. I've had this for a couple of years. So I was like, husband, you like my new nightgown? He's like, you look like a grandma. I'm like, yeah, you like it? Oh, I just bumped my teeth. Bad cup. Is Uncle Chris your real uncle? Not my real uncle. He just gets called Uncle Chris. That's his name on YouTube. You know, like I'm Mama Baird, you know, like I'm not really Chris's mama, you know, so that's just his YouTube name, you know. I always try and find diabetic recipes. I can't have holiday cookies. I'm sorry. Yeah, my mom's diabetic, so I used to make stuff for her. I could try and do a sugar-free. I did get some of like that monk sugar, that the sugar-free sugar, you know, that you use a lot in keto and stuff. So that would probably be a good idea. Make some diabetic-friendly desserts. Good thinking. I like that. Oh, you're from Tucson? I lived in Tucson for a while. Before we moved to Missouri, I lived in Tucson. Yeah, I liked it. A good bloopers video. Good morning from the UK. Good morning, Devin. I may play chopped ears. It is fun. Like, just, you know, you can have your kids pick out something. The way that I'm going to get my mystery ingredients, because I'm just going to be using stuff that's in my house, like from my pantry. So what my plan is, I'm going to have my husband pick out 4 items in each category. There's going to be 4 categories. There's going to be a starch, there's going to be a veggie, there's going to be protein, and then just a random. Like it could be a condiment, it could be, you know, anything that he sees that is like a can of fruit or something, you know, that would be tricky, or something that's, you know, unique that doesn't fit into the other 3 categories. And he's going to pick 4 of each one, and then we're going to have like a hat or something where we're going to pick out the starch category. So it'll be like, all right, starch. One of the kids is going to pick it out, and they got the starch category. So the kids are going to pick 1 item from the 4 items that he picked, and then that item's going in the box. And then that's what I'm going to open live. I'm not going to see them when they do this. That'll just be their thing. And then he's going to put it all in the box, and then I'm going to open that live, and then I'm going to give myself like an hour to cook. I think that's fair, especially for my first time. I'll do an hour, and then I'm just going to make like a dinner meal is the plan. I'm not going to be like breakfast or dessert. Maybe later on we can have special themed ones, but for the first one, I'm just going to have open. I can make whatever I want out of those 4 ingredients, and I can use anything in my pantry to supplement for the meal, but I have to include those 4 ingredients in there. And then I'll try and get creative and like mix them up and make something unique out of them. And I also am going to say that I can't look up a recipe at all. I'm just going to have to go based off what I already have stored in my brain for recipes or dishes or something. And yeah, and then we'll do that, and I'll present it, and hopefully I do pretty good. I think it's going to be fun. I think it'll be challenging, and maybe eventually we can get people where they like send me something from like their country or something that's to their region. Like New Orleans can send me some good hot sauce or Creole seasoning or something, and then that's something that I have to incorporate. Like they can write on there it's a mystery ingredient, and maybe I can open that live where I'm like, here's my mystery ingredient, and something like that. I don't know. I feel like it could be a good series. You know, I'm trying to plan it right. And I don't think I can use the word chopped. I think that's going to be trademarked. So I might have to come up. I think I'm going to do a poll on YouTube on what it should be called. Like, I don't know if I want to stick with Mama Baird's cooking challenge, or I could use my name and go Carolina's cooking challenge, something like that. We got to come up with a good name. So I might reach out for you guys to help me come up with a good name for it. I slept with my mom until I moved out of the house. Yeah, like sometimes you just like having a person next to you. I know my daughter does not like sleeping alone. So she'll either sleep with us or she'll sleep with her brothers. And you know what? We're fine with that. We're not going to push an issue. I feel like that's one where it'll just solve its own, you know. I was about an hour late. Laid my phone down listening and just woke back up. Well, I'm glad the sound of my voice can lull you to sleep. Enjoy the moments where your children grow too fast. My baby's all grown. I'm giving them to be little again. I try and enjoy those moments. I really do. Like I try and get out there with them and play games with them. And you know, what were your dreams last night? You know. Good morning. I'm new to your channel and I really enjoy your videos. Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad you like them. I put a lot of work into them, you know, like I really enjoy making my videos. So I'm glad that you guys enjoy watching them because I enjoy making them and enjoy learning the editing scene of it and things like, and now I'm starting to get sponsors, which is so fun. I was not anticipating that at all. Like this is all, like anything that like rewards I'm getting from YouTube, I'm like, I didn't, like, it's just unexpected, you know, because I wasn't expecting anything to really happen for my channel because it's so hard to get your name out there, you know, to get recognized because there's so much competition, you know, there's so many other channels out there. But, you know, if you have something unique to bring, which I didn't think I did, but I guess I do. You know, my husband's the one who convinced me to start a channel. He's like, you would do really good. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm glad I did it because now I have all the connections with you guys. You're here from you came from New York. Wow, 3 from upstate New York. That's a change. New York to Tucson. Don't piss off the hubby before you do it. I know. I was just like, husband, why did you do this to me? What ingredient is this? Hey, it was in your pantry. I think it's gonna be fun though. And then he's gonna be on the computer. If you guys have any questions for me or want me to talk about something while I'm cooking, then he'll be shooting off questions, or you can ask him something and he can answer. And it's going to be, you know, so I was like, I'm going to need his help. So that's why we're picking a time where both of us can do it so we can have the kids. I'll probably already feed the kids and have them here in this room because we got a TV in here and it's got that sliding door so you can close it and it keeps sound pretty good in here without hearing the rest of it. So we'll just stick them in here with dinner and they can watch TV and then he can be out there with me helping if I need anything or answering you guys and stuff like that. And then I'll cook and then I'll probably stick around and talk some more, you know. Coffee. I love you guys. I chatter too much, you know. My name has nothing to do with the shoes. Oh my gosh, Mikey, I love you. Good morning, Melissa. Where about is Montana? Montana's kind of close up to Canada. It's kind of up here, like we got Washington, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, you know, so it's kind of up there. Canada's up there. Lots of snow, lots of mountains. Can't wait for your challenge series. It'll be great, even if someone says it doesn't work out as planned. I understand crying when my buttermilk pancakes would fail for years. Yeah, like it's so frustrating where you try so hard to get something to work or to turn out and it doesn't. It can be very defeating, but good job persevering through that. You know, please make French toast bake using bread from the food pantry. That's a good idea. I had that. That would be good for Christmas breakfast too. And then you can add like different fruits in there, make like an apple French toast bake. That would be good. Montana is a beautiful state. It really is, Nike girl. Like we moved here without ever being here before. We've never been here. We didn't know anybody. We were in Missouri and husband was just researching places to go to. And we had Montana, Idaho, and Washington were kind of the 3 states we were looking at on where to settle. And he ended up picking Montana. And he was just showing me pictures of it. Like we were looking at real estate listings and I was looking at the blue sky. And I'm like, they have to Photoshop that sky. There's no way the sky is that blue. It really is. It is so blue, and I'm still blown away by it. And they call it Big Sky Country for a reason, because it's just, even though you have like the mountains, it's just so much sky. And you can have like cloudy, snowy, rainy clouds over here, and then just bright blue, not a cloud in sight on this side of it. Like it's magical, and just, I feel like I'm still in awe of living here, and I haven't gotten used to it yet, you know, and I don't know if I ever will, because it's just so pretty, especially during the winter. Like we love winters here. I know it can be hard having snow and stuff and dealing with all that, but we don't mind it. And to me, dealing with like the snow during the winter is a lot better than dealing with humidity during the summer, because that was one thing that really kept us from like having a garden in Missouri, was it was so hot and so humid. Like you go out there and you're just instantly sweating, and it's just like, it was so hard for us to get out there and maintain our garden. And plus with the bugs and everything, there's bugs all year round in Missouri. for the most part. And here, like, we do get mosquitoes, but they're not nearly as bad and they do not last as long. And I feel like I can go out in the middle of July here and work for 4 hours and not even work up a sweat because I'm in the shade and it's dry and it's just beautiful. And that was a big game changer for us. It's just the climate difference of being in Montana versus Missouri. Montana is gorgeous. Yeah, I love the videos that you made of the sunrise in your area. It's so beautiful. It really is. Wait till you see, I'm editing one right now where we went and cut down our Christmas tree and just the snow and the river. I got some of the river. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful, guys. Like, I am so thankful that we moved here. And it was a big risk. Like, we quit our job. Well, husband had his own mechanic shop. Husband has his own mechanic shop. Oh, hold on, my friend's gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her I'm alive right now. Husband had his own mechanic shop, and it was just a lot of work and not a lot of money, you know. And I was training at Applebee's to become a kitchen manager, and I never really wanted to be like a manager in a restaurant because it's just a lot of work, and I feel like you get underappreciated and undervalued. And even if you hit your quota, like, oh, we only have, you know, 3% food waste this month, you know, this quarter or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, that's great, let's get it down to 2. You know, like, nothing's good enough. There's always room for improvement. There's always ways you can do better. And you would go in and put like 8 hours into prepping stuff, and then the next day they're like, oh, we ran out, and they're like mad at you because you didn't do enough. And it's like, well, I did 2 cases, you know. And so it can be very defeating, I guess. And that's one thing I like about putting all of that energy into my kitchen. Like, so if I spend 4 hours portioning a case of bacon, you know, I took that time to do that, but then I go and I look in my freezer and I got bags of portioned bacon that will last me, you know, a year. So any effort and time I'm investing now is in myself, and that gives, and to me, that's a game changer, because I'm a hard worker and I can get a lot done if I'm in the right mindset, you know. And so it's nice that I can do that for myself and not necessarily for another company, you know. Wyoming, yeah, it's beautiful there. Off topic, how is your mom coping with her balance, etc., since her trip? Yes, so she had to get her toe amputated. She's doing a lot better. She actually said that it helped. It was actually, she had a lot of gout in that toe as well, so that also caused part of the problems. So she said she's actually having a little bit of better balance since it got taken. So she's doing really good. She's adapted really well. She's got a good attitude about it. She's got it's healed perfectly. So she's doing great. She is fully healed. Thank you for your concern and your comment about that. We just talked about, I talked to her last night about coming here for Christmas, and we're just not going to make it happen. But maybe for spring, like I told her, I'm like, I can visit Missouri in the spring, but I'm not coming for the summer. But maybe in the spring, like around my birthday or something, we can take a trip up there. I don't know. It all depends, you know, finances and stuff, because it's a 24-hour drive from here. So it's about, I don't know, 1,500 miles, I think, to get to Missouri. So it'd be like a 2-day trip. Last time I drove there to take care of her, I slept in my car for 5 hours at a gas station in between, you know. All right, bye, Chris. Go take care of your hubby. Thanks for jumping in. What are the summers like? The summers, they can get like dry heat, you know, like it can get up to like 102 here. Last summer was pretty hot, but it's, I don't know, the water's still cold. Like 4th of July, we went swimming in the lake. It was cold. I'm like, how is this still so cold? Like it gets, like it takes a while. Like probably August is our good month where you can do a lot of swimming and stuff like that because it's so hot. And then like May and June is when all the snow starts melting from the mountains. So the rivers are just overflowing. There's trees coming down, whole trees and stuff. So that's when the rivers are a little more dangerous, I guess. And you kind of got to watch that. And the fishing isn't really good during that time. So that's, but after that goes down, then the water is just, everything's so clear, you know, and you can, this beautiful, we have fall. The fall didn't last very long at all. Technically, it's still fall, but like the leaves change colors and you get oranges and reds and yellows, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I bet the air is amazing too. Yes, I just love inhale and like your nose hair freezes. It's so cold. Oh, it just feels so good. I'll be waiting for that video. I love you, natural, and thank you for sharing everything with us. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys like what I put out there. I was just in Missoula in September, riding and hiking in the Hidden Lake Glacier. I wish I'd known you then. I'd love to have met you. That would have been fun. I don't know if I'm going to do any meet and greets. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of just normal people here, and but there's also a lot of crazies on the internet. And I've been watching Coffee House Crimes on YouTube. Do you guys watch him? He is great at doing different crimes and stuff. And he does a lot on YouTubers, like YouTubers losing it and murdering people, or YouTubers getting murdered from crazy fans. So that's just something I'm trying to be cautious of. Like, there was a 22-year-old YouTuber, and she was doing a meet and greet, and her brother was there with her, and this guy just walked in and shot her right in the chest, and she died. And that was just a crazy fan who felt like he could get no women, so he hated women and just went and shot her. And right there in front of her brother and everything. Like, that story really stuck with me, especially with me starting my YouTube. Like, wow, like, you just got to be careful out there, guys. There's a lot of crazies out there. Ray, good morning. Yes, it's Thursday. I know. I didn't have my coffee yet when I made that title. Yeah, at least it's only Thursday and it's not Friday. I mean, that kind of helps, Thumbs up. Thank you, Mary. Coffee emoji. Oh, no. Yeah, I know. It's really scary, what's going on out there, Like, but I would love to meet people who really just want to meet me, So I don't know, just something to be wary about, that's all. Yes, make sure you be careful with the internet, girl. YouTube can be very crazy. Yes. And that's why I'm trying not to put too much of my kids out there, Like, I know you guys want to see my kids more and, like, what I do with, like, homeschooling routine and stuff. I'm just trying to be really cautious about that because you just never know, and I don't want something to happen to my kids because I decided to start a channel, So you just got to be really careful. But I do appreciate people wanting to meet me, Yes, it is horrible. It is. Like, and she was up and coming and she was a good singer, and it's just, wow, like, people are just trying to, I don't, like, usually the younger age, you're trying to find your fame, Like, I'm not trying to be famous here. I'm just trying to earn some income for my family that will get me out of going out of the house, Like, and I feel like I've done really good, not to toot my own horn here, but to find a way to make a living from home and not have to go to work. Because we did that where he was working as, a mechanic and I was working as a kitchen manager, and we did the schedule where he was working mornings, I was working nights, and then we had to get a sitter so I could work a sitter so I could work in the morning too, and it was rough. And so when we moved here, I switched to nights at Applebee's, and I worked at Applebee's here for like 4 months, and then I discovered DoorDash and Uber, and it was delightful. Like, I could get out of the kitchen. I really got to drive around the town and really learn about my city, and just to be able to go up in the mountains to do like deliveries. It was gorgeous. I loved it. So I did that for a year, and then I started the housekeeping. Like, my landlord has apartments that she rents out in town, and so she said that she cleans those herself. It was just a conversation we had one time, and I was like, oh, well, I could help you clean those sometime. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, because I just did DoorDash and Ubers and Instacart, so that has the ability to do that whenever you want. You have the freedom of that as long as the stores are open. So she started doing that, and I kind of started doing housekeeping. And then on one of my Instacart deliveries, there was a lady I've been delivering to for like 6 months, and she's actually the lady I'm babysitting for now. I've ended up having a great relationship and friendship with her. But I was dropping her groceries off one time, and she came out, and we had little conversations here and there anytime I would drop off groceries. And I was like, I just started a housekeeping business, because you could look in and see her house, and you could tell she had kids, and everything was always a mess, But that's something you need some housekeeping done or something. And she was like, sure. And she took me up on it, and then she gave me references. They gave me a referral and a reference to some of her friends, so I started housekeeping for them. And it was just a great opportunity. I happened to meet the right person, have the right conversation, and then it went from there. So then I started housekeeping for my landlord and for this lady and her friends, and then I could quit Uber and DoorDash and all together, which was perfect because that was around March, right when the gas prices just increased like crazy. So I ended up quitting DoorDashing and Ubering and Instacart altogether and started just doing housekeeping, which was really great. People would post on like mom groups on Facebook that they're looking for some help, and either she would tag me or I would put myself out there. And I had a good client base going. And then I started my channel almost a year ago, and now hopefully I'm working it so I can only use my channel and I don't have to housekeep anymore, because that I either have to bring the kids with me or I do that on the weekend. It would be nice to have the weekends with husband. So I don't know, I'm super proud of myself for just kind of putting myself out there and for making connections and finding a way to make money while staying home with my family, because that's my ultimate goal. Like, I want to be here, but we still need help contributing to the finances, especially with all the goals we have of wanting to have land and a homestead. Like, that costs money, and we're trying to find ways to make money that keep us home because we want to be with each other. You know, my husband is a great teacher. He's great at explaining things. And sometimes the kids will come up and ask me something. I'm like, that's a dad question. Just because he understands all that science and the way the world works. And he's great at explaining stuff. So it would be nice to have him home to help with that and just to, you know, make a living being homesteaders, I guess, and support ourselves. And if I'm glad the channel seems to be helping with that, so that's great. I'm blown away by how successful it is. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just surprised that it's really working, and it just shows that if you really put the work into something, you know, you can accomplish whatever you want. Oh, Pamela just said it. Yeah, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to, and that's really true. Like, if you're like, okay, how can I make this work? How can I get out of the kitchen and work from home? You know, and I just kind of, and then the opportunities just presented themselves along the way, and I took them, you know, and it is a risk, but I know that I could go get another job as a line cook anywhere now that I wanted. You know, especially here, they're really hurting for workers here. Like, everybody's hiring like at $19 an hour. McDonald's is hiring up to $19 an hour just down the street. You know, so it's something where you could go get a job if I needed it. If something worked out and I had to go back to work, I would absolutely do that. Whatever I have to do to get my family to survive, you know. Let's see, in my opinion, and I go live and I get a lot of content, but I've never ever shown my children. There are tons of predators on here, and I never exposed my children. That's good, Nike girl. I totally believe in that. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it is a risk exposing children. And then there's, besides the predators, they will download your footage and use that to make like a S tape, you know, and then sell it to each other. Like, it's a tough conversation, but that really happens online. And I watch the Dad Challenge podcast. You watch him. He does a lot of exposing family vloggers who are exploiting their children for money from YouTube. And, you know, I'm glad that I discovered his channel, because that's keeping me aware of what I do with my kids, what I put online with them. Because, you know, you want to think the best of everybody and be like, oh, I'm just sharing my kids with other moms. But it's not just other moms watching this. You know, you really got to be careful of that. And so he's really helped. Like, I'm glad I found his channel, because he's really helped me be cautious of what I'm putting with my kids. Like, the safe thing would be never to put my kids online, absolutely. But I do have them in the kitchen working with me and stuff, and I don't think that's as bad if they're just in the kitchen cooking with me here and there. You know, I'm not like vlogging their daily lives. I'm not telling you where they're going to be. I'm not telling you what appointments they're going to have, what their school bus number is, you know, stuff like that. So I totally get that, and that is the safest thing possible, is to not have your kids on here. So you're doing a good thing. I did the current Uber as well near Chicago. You have to be careful. You do have to, especially in Chicago, Chris. Like, oof. You're doing great. You came across you're my YouTube feed. I've never followed homesteading stuff, so YouTube is putting you out there. That's great. Yay! It's good to know that YouTube's putting me out there. Like, you never really. I like to know. Like, how people found me, you know, like, that's cool. Like, how did you find my channel? And that's interesting that you never done homesteading stuff. You have nails. Yeah, I couldn't do those nails, girl. I don't know. Like, I've gotten an offer for a sponsor for like nails and stuff, and I'm like, which would probably be really good for my channel because you see my nails, but I'm not a nail person, you know. I just feel like I couldn't sell that because I'm not passionate about it. You know, I try and just do stuff that I'm passionate about that'll help my life or help my subscribers, you know. Is kind of like the sponsors, like that vacuum. Like, I know that's really pricey and I'm not expecting anybody to buy one, but I wanted one. And if I got it for free just by doing a video about it, why not? Like, why not have those influencer perks, you know? I'm not going out seeking sponsors. I'm like, hey, I'm an influencer and I got 10,000 followers. Will you please send me a product for free and I'll give you views? You know, like I'm not doing that. But if someone's offering, I'm all above accepting offers, you know, or help, stuff like that. I take people up on their offer a lot because I do that. If I offer something, then I want, you know, I'm sincerely offering it. I'm not just saying it for fun, you know. You have to help me with my financial part of Uncle Chris just got monetized and did your money ever go up? I'm down. I think it did wrong. I think I did it wrong. Money went up and down. Chris, have you ever emailed me? You need to email me because I have like a collab I'm working on for like food pantry items that people go to food banks and like common items you can get from there, and I'm gonna have like all the channels featuring something you can make with a can of corn or something, and something simple. So even if you have a channel and you do like pantry cooking or something, you know, please email me, reach out, because I'm trying to get that going. Because I was gonna do myself where I have like, you know, peanut butter, 4 recipes you can make with peanut butter. That's something a little different. But that's a lot of work to put on myself. So if I can get other channels out there and all of us just do one meal with peanut butter, you know, that's a good way to get everybody exposed to other people and not so much on me where I have to come up with 4 things to do with peanut butter. You know, I can seek other help and I can just do one and then everybody else can do one and we can all help each other. You know, that's what I'm all about too, is just helping each other grow. And so Chris, I've thought of you, but I know you're having trouble right now. So if that's something, and you can just jump in at any time too. It doesn't have to be right away when we start doing it, you know. So right now I think I have like 3 channels. So if you guys have a channel and that's something you're interested in, please email me. My email is mamabairdspantry@gmail.com. And then I'm going to try and work on that. This will be my first hosting of like a collab kind of thing. So be patient with me or give me some advice if you have that. Let's see, I found your channel by accident and immediately got in love with what you do. Thank you so much. Let's see, yes, I agree. If Jerry wasn't homeschooled, I think I would have him on my channel, but his mother agreed, so it's okay. He's a smart kid, Alan. Yeah. Yeah, and just keep them aware of the dangers of online and talking to strangers and something. As a mom of 4 kids, I agree keeping your kiddos off. Yeah, there is so many creepers, and that's why, like, I just have them bits in here in the kitchen with me, but I don't want to make my channel about my kids, you know. Beck from Australia. Hello. I mean, if they are running by when you're making a video, that is different, but you're not on here just recording them. Well, yeah, what you're doing is fine. Okay, good. You're also not giving them their info like school and stuff. Okay, good. Like, I do want to make sure my kids are safe, so if everything comes to the point where I notice that that's happening, then of course I will take my kids off immediately. I'm not going to continue to put them in jeopardy just to make money, you know. I hope your channel will make enough money so you don't have to do another job. Me too. That would be great. That would be great. And so far it looks like it's getting there, you know. But we got a lot of big financial goals, you know, so that's why we just felt like it's going to take us forever to get to our goal. Like I'm 34, my husband's 32. We kind of feel like we're behind already because we're renting. But we did just start over to move to Montana. We sold everything in Missouri and just started over. We actually lost money on our house when we sold it. So we started off in more debt when we got here. I mean, less debt because we no longer had a mortgage, but we had more, like we still had to pay that off before we sold it. So that was rough, but luckily we have found this house that we're renting. It is pricey, but it's better than being in town in a townhouse or an apartment or something. So this is nice. We're about 20 minutes from town, 20, 30 minutes, depending on traffic and stuff. There's 2 acres on here, so we can have a garden, we can have our chickens, you know, so this really worked out and we're saving more money in the long run by being here. But ultimately our goal is to get away from renting, you know, and to be able to invest money into our own property, which, you know, my husband hates renting because he feels like it's a waste of money, you know, but it's necessary at this point, you know. I found you because of canning. Okay, and that's good. Like, I like to put different stuff out there, like my canning. Homesteading, I'm not doing too much. Yes, but canning, the homesteading, the more like cooking and preserving is kind of my thing. But we are going to be doing a big garden in this spring, so that'll be fun. And I'll do canning from there and stuff. Morning go down. Oh, jeez. Okay. Girl, the coldest water bottle. There's so many of you. The coldest water bottle? Is that a, oh, many of the YouTube people. Okay. Good morning, Karen. How are you? Hi, Carolyn from Australia. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Oh, Aunt Mary. I got my Aunt Mary monetizing here, so she's my real aunt. She don't take no crap. So far, she's been doing good. I saw some of them inappropriate texts, messages. Yoda, they don't want to see your butt. Come here, baby. What? She's probably hungry. Mama, my bowl is only half full. I'm starving here. Okay. Yeah, she's so hairy. Okay. Well, I think you're going to grow pretty quick. Your personality is awesome. You will do great. You will be buying a house before you know it. Keep the awesome comment coming. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. That would be great if we could do that, you know. And I think to me doing like that chopped challenge is really going to help get me out there because that sounds fun. You know, I think that people would enjoy watching a home pantry cook like try and come up with the chopped series, you know. Like I said, we got to come up with a different name, but I don't think I can use chopped, so I would do that. I know someone wrote something here. I didn't see it. I passed it, but yes, so I think that'll be a lot of fun too, and I think that'll bring a lot of traffic too, and hey, maybe a bigwig will see me or something, but I don't know if I want to end up like on TV. That's a bit much. Like, I don't got time for all that, but good morning, Homebound Mama. How are you? Yes, look it up and get a sponsorship. Okay. The cat is so fat, guy. She is fat. She's it's all that cheese I feed her. Okay, so you were saying coldest water bottle. All right, I need to write that down so I will look them. Like I said, I haven't seeked out any sponsors yet. It is all ones that have, excuse me, has approached me. But that's great too. Like, it doesn't hurt to reach out and to just ask, you know? Absolutely. Oh, what time is it now? Guys, it's 4:08 here. Super early. But see, look, I'm awake now because I've been chit-chatting with you guys. Let me give you a tip. Don't do a bunch of shorts. They will get people coming to your channel. Maybe one about every 3 days or so, videos of your cooking meals and such. Okay, I have tried to do a couple of shorts, and I haven't had much success with them, but I'm still trying. So I will keep doing that. Like, it just seems like I don't get many subs from them. I don't know if I'm doing like, I'm still learning the shorts. So that's a good tip, though. I will continue to do that. Like I did that with like the mac and cheese, the chili mac. I did a short of that because I have that on my channel already. So I'm like, oh, I'll just do a short of this real quick because we make that meal a lot for the kids. So easy. Just make a box of mac and cheese, throw some cooked hamburger in there and a can of tomato soup. Done. You know, it is a great, and kids love it. They gobble it up. Gobble, 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 gobble. So I will do that. Just call it what's in the box challenge. Okay. You agree with the shorts? Okay, I'll do some more shorts. And then I've been trying to do like my long content where I'll make like 4 meals in one video, break it up and just do 1 meal of those and post it. So if you see a repeat of me doing it, that's what I'm doing, because I know a lot of people just search for how to make biscuits and gravy. You know, so if I have my biscuit and gravy included in a long form one, then it's harder for them to see. So if I cut that down and then post just the biscuit and gravy, then it'll be that one too. But I know people like my long form, and that's where you get a lot of good watch hours for your channel to get it to grow. So I do want to keep doing that as well. I'm kind of just, I don't know, I'm just kind of like whatever videos I have stored up, because lots of times I get in like cooking moods where I just cook a lot, and like today I haven't cooked in like 2 days, where I'm just like, we're eating leftovers, I'm taking a break. That's when I'll do all the editing on those videos. So I got spurts where like I cook a bunch, I record it, and then I separate it into folders in the computer, and then I get there, and once I see, I'm like, okay, I got a lot of kid lunches built up in here, let's do a kid lunch video. I was like, all right, I got, you know, 5 of husband lunch, let's do a husband lunch video. We're like, man, look at all these breakfast ones. All right, let's do a breakfast edition video, you know. So I kind of just cook what I cook. Sometimes I have a specific meal in mind for the channel, but lots of times I'm just, okay, what can I make? I'm looking up recipes on Pinterest. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. And then I just cook it, and I just record whatever I happen to be cooking that day. So that's kind of like how I've been doing it. And then I just put it in a folder in the computer. And then when it's time for a video, or if I know for sure that I'm done with that category or whatever, then I'll edit it and post it. So shorts have worked wonders on many people
I know channels. Okay, I'll try that again. I'm trying to remember to set up when I take video to do it with shorts, because you got to do it different. Instead of having it long ways in your camera, you got to do it vertical, not horizontal. So I have to remember to do that specifically for a short. But I appreciate that. I will focus more on shorts. And I try and do that, like, even if I'm not going to post a big video today or that day, be like, well, let me do a short real quick. And I'll try and do a shorts of like the chickens or like the snow or something like that. So thank you for that. I will continue to do shorts. Keep being real. You're a gem on here. Thank you. Thank you. Sharon, I don't like shorts. Yeah, I think that's more, YouTube's doing shorts to try and compete with TikTok, because TikTok's really popular right now. But I'm not gonna get on TikTok. I think TikTok is just the devil. Like, it just people doing the silly TikTok dances and stuff. I don't know. I feel like TikTok's gonna be banned because there's a lot of bad stuff on TikTok, and then TikTok's just kind of like free range. You can put whatever you want on there. Like, it's super dangerous, I feel, for like teens and stuff to be on TikTok. I'm going to be super careful of like the kids getting online. Like, even now they get on YouTube Kids, which is better than regular YouTube. But even then, husband and I are talking about taking away YouTube altogether, because they're like watching ones like Ryan's World or A for Adley, and they like her a lot. And they just get to do all these fun things. They get all these cool stuff for like their birthday and stuff. And the kid's like, I want that too. And that's just not a lifestyle that we can live. And it's hard. Kids don't understand that. They say, well, these other kids are getting all this stuff. Why can't I get that? And I don't want to eliminate that from them altogether, but it is frustrating competing with the perfect image of parents and kids online and on YouTube. And I don't want to portray that, because I'm not like that. I am real, and I think that's one thing that you guys like about me, is that I'm just real and I just show what I do to survive. I'm not trying to put on an image or pretend I'm something I'm not. Like, I don't know how people keep up with that, or spend money on the kids and stuff. Like, eventually, like, yeah, if we start making money, we're gonna get them stuff, but I'm not gonna be buying like bouncy houses to keep in the back house 24/7. We do want a trampoline. I think a trampoline would be great for the kids. The friend I'm babysitting at this weekend, she has a trampoline, and they just love it. And I get out there and I pretend to be like the lava monster, and I'm chasing them around. Like, it's good exercise for me too. So maybe this summer we'll get a trampoline for the kids. I was thinking about for Christmas getting them an indoor one. That would actually be a good gift. I forgot I was going to do that, where they have the little ones with the handle that you can jump up and down. So I might get that for them, since they don't get much exercise outside because of the snow and stuff now. But Conrad, he was trampling through that snow. It was like up to past his ankles, and he's running at it. I'm like, yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good exercise, All right, let me talk. I made yeast rolls and cinnamon rolls last night. My first time on the cinnamon rolls, and used a new recipe. It was a hit with them. Oh, yay! I need to do more baking with bread. I have a lot of yeast that I need to use up. So that's a good idea. I need to start baking more. I mean, like, the nights you cook dinner, just make a short of the already cooked food. So your already cooked food. I did with my food. I went crazy on here. Okay, so even if I'm posting that meal, like the full meal in my videos, make a short of it while I'm cooking it, and then upload that short, and then do the long content video whenever I upload it. Okay, that's a good idea. Like, TikTok's insane. It really is. Like, I got a lot of people like telling me to do TikTok, and I'm just, because you can make good money on TikTok, but it's not worth my soul. Oh my gosh, I always feel bad when the kids talk about how lucky they are. They really are. But you know what? When they grow up, the kids are going to thank you. Like, I have thanked my parents for the way that they have raised me now, and for not doing that, not just giving me anything I could ever want and not making me work for it. Like, I believe that me having to work for what I want is what's made me who I am today. It has made me such a hard worker. It has made me be able to be like, I can do that if I just work hard. Because nowadays, people just giving their kids everything, not making them work for it, they're not going to be a useful member of society, And I've had to train people in the industry who literally have no experience in anything. It's frustrating to be like, man, how are you going to get through life? You don't even know that Swiss cheese has holes in it, Like, I know not everybody knows that stuff, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, kids don't seem to know anything nowadays, One that's built on the ground, yeah. I remember using beds to jump on. I know we can't jump on beds here, though. Or the couch. They jump on my couch. I'm like, no wonder the couch is broken down. Yeah. Uncle Chris, yes, you are real. I try to be the same. I love the fact that you look out for your family. I love the fact that you're old school and that is so important. Yes, it is. Like, thank you, Chris. I do think I think the old school is the way to go. Like I've seen the new school and I'm not impressed. You can see now with the younger generation what happens when we just throw kids in front of tablets, when we don't make them work for anything. And like I don't know if as parents we think that getting a kid everything they want, because it's fun watching them excited and stuff, but if you also don't make them work for it, then that's that toy is just okay, yeah, that's great, and then it gets thrown away or it gets stuck in a toy pile somewhere, but if it's something they truly want and you make them like work for it, then I feel like they'll enjoy it more. So we have the kids, we do like a ticket system where they have general chores they have to do. They automatically have to pick up after themselves. If they have to pick up the living room because they trashed it, they don't get a ticket for doing that because you trashed it. You shouldn't have trashed it. So like if we go through the whole day and they didn't trash the house, I'm like, hey guys, this room's still clean and you've been in here for an hour. You know what? Let's get a ticket because I really appreciate you taking care of our stuff. Or if they're sharing, like all of a sudden Betty Jan's like, oh, I wanted that, but I was like, oh, sorry, Conrad got the last one, and Conrad will give it to her. I'll be like, you know what, Conrad, that was so nice of you. How about a ticket? So I try and reward that way. If they line up their shoes when they come in without getting asked, they'll get tickets. So like positive reinforcement. And then we do at the end of the month, I'm thinking about making it every other month now because this is our first year doing it. But at the end of the month, we have a ticket day where they count how many tickets they have, and then we have toys that I've gotten on clearance or stuffed animals I might have gotten at Goodwill, something like that, where it's like cheaper toys, and then we put it on the table and they're worth so many tickets. So like this item is worth 5 tickets because it's super small. This one's worth 50 tickets. Like one time I got a Poppy doll headphone set for my daughter, and she picked that one, and so she got her own headphones for her tablet, which got stepped on and broke. See, that's what I'm saying, always is broken. But she worked hard for that and spent 40 tickets, and she's like, no, these are mine, I got them from ticket day, and it's like a sense of pride because they earned that item. And it cost me $6 on clearance for those headsets, for that headset, but she loved it and she took good pride in it. So that's something that we try and do for like positive reinforcements and get the kids to clean up and stuff. We used to give tickets for brushing teeth and stuff just to kind of get them in the habit. Now they don't get tickets for that because that's just part of everyday maintenance, like family chores. They don't get tickets for those because that's part of your job as this family is to do this chore. People love to see already cooked food. It's like eye candy. Yeah, they do. People love it not so much you can on YouTube. Make us wait to see the longer video. Okay. Yes, it happens if you don't work where you won't appreciate it. I agree completely. The more spoiled I hear without value. Yes. Teasers, I call them, not shorts. That's funny. I just got a bread machine. I'm not sure how to use it. Might be best if I just give it to you. Oh, bread machines? They're not bad, Chris. Like they do the mixing and stuff in there, and then they proof in there. The only thing is that they have like, well, I guess you could reshape it, but you can bake it in there and it just has that shape. So if you want to do like rolls or something, but I've seen people just mix and proof like cinnamon roll bread in there and then take it out and then make the cinnamon rolls. So there's that. I do also want to get started into sourdough eventually. Don't anything because their phones are babysitting, which is very sad to me. It is very sad. And, and there is a lot of educational stuff you can learn online, but half the time, they're just doing that. And then my kids do have some games like for their tablets where they're just like silly games, nothing educational, but I still make them do educational stuff. And then if they want the downtime to do that, because I know there's times that I watch silly videos that aren't educational to me. Like I'll watch people reacting on YouTube to Bridezillas or something. Like that's always fun, and that's not educational to me. It's just something fun. So I get that kids need that, but there needs to be a limit, and nowadays it's so easy to just use the tablet or the TV as a babysitter, All right, you got to get ready. Bye, Nike girl. Thank you for all the questions. You have a wonderful, thank you for all the help too on my channel, giving me shorts advice and stuff. Let's see, I loved my bread machine until it got wet. Oh yeah, electronics. I have to get ready for work. Good to catch you on a live. Bye, AZJ. Thank you. You're killing it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know it's getting early. See, it's 4:21 here. Have a wonderful day. Keep it up. I know the work it takes. I have 2 neglected YouTube channels. It's so much work. I'm here rooting for you. You are consistent, and that's the key. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, guys. You're so supportive. I love that. You know, and that's one thing that I love about this is that I have found people that I needed in my life, I guess, that I didn't have here because I'm home or I'm not working anymore, like working in a job where you go and meet other people, have coworkers. You know, I'm doing housekeeping, which is just by myself. I need to get some headphones too because I keep forgetting to have headphones so I can listen to something while I'm doing it. Oh, good morning, Destiny. How are you? We're just here chit-chatting about YouTube and stuff on my second cup of coffee. But yeah, that's probably the biggest thing I'm looking forward to on my channel is that Chopped series. I'm excited about that. I've been thinking about it a lot, like how I'm going to do it. You know, I don't know. Like I have, I guess, a pretty good inventory of recipes in my head, my noggin, you know. But it's going to be hard not being able to look up stuff. But I can do it. I think I can do it. And I think it'll be fun to see. And even if I fail, you know, that's half the fun of it. And I know you guys aren't going to, that's it. She didn't do well on the challenge she wanted to do. I'm unsubscribing. You know. Then I think you guys will have fun with it too. And that's the point, is just going out and having fun. Like I want to do stuff for my channel that is fun, that I don't have to fake, you know. I don't have any kids, ladies, but I love them, guys. Yeah, you do love my kids. You're always talking about how beautiful they are. You're so sweet. All right, Chris, I'll try and brave and do the bread machine. Everyone wants to teach me how to can. Yes, do your bread machine. Give it a try. It's super easy, you know, especially just read your manual, pick a recipe from it, and do that first, you know, and then get comfortable with the machine, and then you can adapt from there and try new stuff, you know. See, make sure you thumb up if you're new here. You haven't thumbed up yet. This is getting long, guys. An hour and 40 minutes. I know one person commented on the replay of my live and said they don't like lives because they're too long. And I'm like, I get that. And plus it's hard with the rewatch because you can't interact with me. You're just hearing what I'm reacting to for other people's comments. So I get that. But this is more for the people who can be on here with me and we can chit chat back and forth, you know. You got excited it was Friday. I know, it's Thursday. That's what I do when I make my post before my coffee. I keep thinking about your carbonara video. I need to give me some bacon so I can try and make it for the first time. Yes, I would also suggest Parmesan cheese or half Parmesan, half Romano instead of all Romano. That was a little sharp. Like it tasted good and at the end it had kind of like a sharp taste because of that cheese. So I would do half and half. I think Parmesan cheese would be just as good. But it was really good, and I was super surprised at the eggs. I was so nervous. I was like, I can't believe I'm making this for the channel. Like, what if it doesn't work out? And I have that thought, like, what if I'm doing this and it doesn't work out for the channel? But that's when I just show you guys, be like, look, I tried this and it didn't work out. You know, I think you guys want to see that. You want to see the fails just as much as the successes, you know. Uncle Chris, just be sure to put the wet ingredients first. Isn't on mine? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Put the wet in first, or else it might get flour stuck and stuff. Good morning from Hawaii. Good morning. Good morning. How's it there? I'm sure sunny and beautiful. I've been to Hawaii once. I had an aunt live in Hawaii, and we vacationed there, and it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I would want to go there now just for the food. It's good. I was gifted a bread machine 2 years ago. I was all excited, but now it's taking up space and not getting used. Yeah, I think I had a bread machine before, and same thing. I used it a couple of times. And, you know, I got my KitchenAid where I can do that, and you can proof it, like, in your oven with the light on. So I see a lot of bread machines at Goodwill. So I think the same thing, people try to start it and then just collects dust, you know. I would like to see chicken or beef stew. Okay, I do have a beef stew one where I canned. I've never made a chicken stew. Well, a little bit. It's kind of, I guess, like a chicken and dumplings maybe, just with no dumplings, but that's no fun. Well, guys, I'm probably going to get off here so I can also get some computer work done. I want to get that video edited where we're cutting down the Christmas tree, and it's just so gorgeous. You guys are going to love that video where you can see just the snow and just how beautiful it is without having to have it up to your shins and tromping through it. But I was just blown away by the beauty of Montana, and I'm so happy we moved here, and I love that I get to share that love with you guys because it really is gorgeous. And my life would be completely different if it wasn't for me moving here and if it wasn't for me starting my channel. Like, you guys are fantastic. I love it. Like, we got 57 people in here right now. Like, that's just crazy that, and people have been coming and going. Deborah, I love your channel. You're so real. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, there's always putting yourself out there, and being real, especially from like me doing food bank hauls and stuff. You get those people who feel like you just need a second job. Don't go to the food bank, just get a second job. I'm like, but that food's still good and thrown away, whether I got money to go buy food or not, Like, good morning from BC. Good morning. How are you? I'm getting off here soon. I can do a little longer, but yeah, I just got some work I want to get done, and I'm almost out of my second cup of coffee. Carolina's coffee morning. Yes, I still need ideas for my chopped thing. I'm gonna make a post on Facebook, or I guess I'll do Facebook and YouTube. I like my Facebook group. It's very interactive. I know I got two groups kind of going on. I got a private one and a public one. I try and keep tabs on both of them and comment on everything. I know I don't really comment a lot there. It's harder for me to see posts on Facebook, but I comment when I see them, and I try and do that. And everybody's so good that they will comment like for me in there. I'm on disability, and the food bank helps me last week of the month. Yes, it does help. Like, and that's food that normally would get thrown away. So I don't see the problem in using it. And I know some people's food bank does not give as much as mine does. And, that's frustrating. I'm sure you can see the stuff that I get and be like, man, that's not offered at my food bank. And I get that because I went in Missouri. I didn't hardly get anything from my food bank. I got hot dogs, and that was it. No meat, no dairy, no fresh produce except for a bag of potatoes. So I get that, and I'm very fortunate to have the food bank I do, and I am blown away by it. And I'm still trying to get in there and do a tour and everything because they are a great food bank, and I feel like all of them should be like that. And so maybe we can, I don't know, start a movement to get food banks better and to get less food waste, because grocery stores literally just throwing the food away. Like, I think that's why my food bank is so great, because they go out and they get it. Like, the food bank itself goes and picks up that food from the grocery stores, and it doesn't take anything for the grocery stores to put it to the side. Instead of throwing it away, it doesn't take anything to do that, and it helps so many people, especially right now. Times are so hard, and I super worry about people. And, I worry that it's going to be to the point where food's not going to be accessible anymore, and I'm going to have to live off my stockpile. Why do you just go to the food bank once a week with the size of your family? Because I can get a lot from hey Liz, I can get a lot of food from my one trip, and sometimes I'll go a second time if I'm taking the kids there or something. But once a week seems to be enough. Like, seems to be, if it's a slow time when I go there and there's not much food, then I'll make a second trip, that week or something. But, I don't want to take too much just because it's there, because other people are able to go there as well. But if the food's going to get thrown out, then I'll take it. Like, if nobody else wants it, I'll take it. And that's kind of a lot of what I do with my hauls, is stuff that nobody wants. Let's see. It's so sad that individuals are so miserable that they would say one negative thing about you being creative, feeding your family you create your own business. Yeah, they do. Like, people are miserable, and they, or they feel like you're not worthy. They're like, you're not worthy of free food. You're not destitute. And it's like, well, you don't have to be. And I think that's the biggest message I'm trying to bring to people, is that you don't have to be homeless or jobless to go to a food bank. Like, there's so much food waste, especially in the US, that it seems ridiculous to not go utilize free food and pay full price for it instead, when it's perfectly fine. Like, I don't get that. And if it's available, then I'm going to use that, because I'm doing whatever I have to save money, and because we have, goals that we want to get, and food cost is outrageous. It really is. So I'm glad that I'm able to bring that to other people, because I had no idea that this is what the food banks are like and what they can offer to people, and that I would qualify, And there's some places that do go off of income base, and like for food stamps, we don't qualify for food stamps because my husband just makes too much money, like just makes too much, very minimum, makes it over the limit of making too much money. And that's with me, and that's with me not working. We just put him down, and it was too much money. So, And it's like, man, we could really use that help. And because they don't take medical bills or student loans or anything like that into account, they just go off strictly off of income. So, so the food bank really has helped, and me discovering it has made all the difference in our family. And it really helps me be able to stay home with the kids utilizing food that would have gotten thrown out, you know. I think the fails are what make your channel genuine. Anyone can pretend to be perfect. Yeah, and it's hard to pretend to be perfect. Like, it takes a lot of work. Aldi's throws out so much food. I didn't know that. There's no Aldi's here, but while you're awake, it's 4:30 there. Girl, I've been on this live for almost 2 hours. That's how long I've been awake. But I was super tired last night. I went to bed at like 6. Pretty much as soon as husband got home, I went to bed. So I got up early. There was a video I wanted to edit, but instead I did a live. Because, you know, I like talking to you guys too. And this is the best time that I can do it because I am awake. You know, I am able to talk because the kids are still sleeping. You know, this is my time for myself. I get up early to have my alone time because in the evenings, you know, the kids stay up to 8:30 or 9, and I just shut down. Like, as soon as it starts getting dark, probably around 7:30 or so, like, that's the latest I can do, and then I go to bed. But because I get up early and work on my stuff while everybody's sleeping, because I need to be present during the day with the kids and everything, you know, I don't want to be, sometimes I'm on the computer editing and stuff, but I don't want to be stuck there all day. So I got to get up early and get my stuff done, which works out because I am an early person. So I just wake up too. I have a 4:30 alarm. So if I do sleep in, I sleep into like 4:30. And sometimes I'll skip that and sleep into like 6 or something, but that's very rare. And that's if I happen to stay up late. And if I get a nap, I try and get like a nap during the day, but the kids don't nap anymore. So it's harder to nap. And then I'll like try and nap on the couch if they're watching TV, but they just get loud. And I wake up very easily. I'm not a hard sleeper. So I wake up and then, so it's like, this is pointless. Let's see, I agree with Cassie. I'm bored with the perfect cooking channels. Love your real time and real unedited life. Edited life. Thank you. See, I do have to edit because I stumble off words. But thank you. Yeah, those perfect cooking channels, like, I don't know, like, or people have to go out and buy ingredients to make something. I'm like, yeah, that's nice, but to me, that's not real cooking, because I'm like, I don't want to go out and buy mushrooms. What do I have instead? You know, and that's the way that I cook. So I'm glad that that's how other people cook too. Let's see, I recently found your channel and appreciate how you handle the negative comments instead of just deleting them. Some can get so mean, but you handle with grace. Thank you. Thank you. And I think that's important to leave those up there. Like some of the super ones where they're calling me a disgusting mother for bringing my kids to the food bank, those I will just delete, or husband handles those a lot. Like, because he can see the YouTube comments I get. He sees all my YouTube comments. Like, I'm filming on his phone right now because he has a better phone than me. So I am doing it on his, but he sees my Facebook notifications. He sees my email notifications. So my husband's all up in my socials. But yeah, and so if they're super negative or super mean, usually he'll see that and he'll delete it if I don't see it first, you know, because that can kind of get to me. You know, being called a disgusting human being is a little harsh, you know, and I know that's just them though. I try and think about that's them projecting their insecurities, or they're jealous because they can't get that, or they didn't think of it, or whatever. But I am trying to like educate people on the food bank and its purpose behind it, because a lot of people think that people just go because they're lazy and they don't want to get it. Like one person told me, just get a second job, get a third job if you had to quit taking from the food bank. I'm like, why do all that when this food's just going to get thrown out if nobody goes to it? Like, I don't understand that mindset of just work harder and it'll pay off. Like, I mean, yes, in some things that will, but not when it comes to like finances and working in like the environment we're in now. Like, I feel like our work system is set up to keep people in debt. And why would you fall into that system if you can find a way to get yourself out of it by utilizing free resources, you know? I was just commenting on one of your videos. People do not understand how food banks work, and they think that you're stealing from the needy because you're taking it. But that's why I'm out here to try. And I really want to get a tour of my food bank to really show you guys, and maybe other food banks can see how mine's run and they'll step up their game, because this is a great run food bank. Oh, did my phone disconnect? Sorry. I bought a dozen and a half eggs and it cost me over $9. That's crazy. And that's probably just regular eggs, not even like organic or anything. And like our chickens cost us some in like feed and stuff, but I love the farm fresh eggs. Ever since we've gotten chickens, I'm never going back, like unless I have to. But I love having chickens too. Like my daughter, we've been hatching them in we got an incubator and we've been hatching our own chickens because it costs a lot to buy live animals too. And they don't always make it. They can get sick or get attacked by predators. Like we had an owl get one of our chickens, an owl. Like what in the world? And we had a hawk fly down and get one. Like we have the white leghorns. Hawks love those white leghorns because they can see them really clear. So we've lost a lot of those, but I love leghorn chickens because they're the ones who lay the big white eggs and they lay every single day like clockwork. In the morning, I got eggs from my white ones. So I'm probably going to get some more. But yeah, I hear you. Price on eggs is just ridiculous. Like how can people afford that anymore? Big gifts from mom and dad, small stuff from Santa. Not all kids get huge gifts. Makes me sad. It does. Like that is really sad, because people can't afford all that. Life is better because no editing. Yep. Try Amish farms for delicious, fresh, cheap, and cheerful eggs. Upstate New York. Yep. See, that's crazy. Yes, it just throws away a lot of, yeah, they throw a lot of food. And then sometimes the people, when they go to the food bank, they don't know what to do with it. So that ends up just getting in the trash too. So that's another thing I'm trying to spread awareness is how to use the food you get. If you do go, how do you use it, A stage cutting board to me is a sign of a loving and caring cook. Yeah. Good morning from Maryland. Good morning, Valerie. Hello from Sydney. Like we got all kinds of people here. Yeah, eggs are hard in the store because of the holidays. Yes, that's true too. Erica, do you read? Do I read? Yes, I do read when I have the chance. Right now, I'm reading the book Habits. Oh my gosh, I can't. It's a habits book by James Clear. I think he talks about creating healthy habits. So that's one thing that I'm reading too. I try and read, like I like romance books. To me, those are fun stories to get caught up into and imagine getting swept away by a pirate, But so I do like to read like those kind of books for pleasure and stuff. But I am also trying to read educational books to improve my knowledge because knowledge is power. And I want to be the best that I can be. So I'm trying to find ways to improve me to be the most functional, to not give into the temptation of, getting sucked into online and stuff like that, Let's see, I can't wait to move to our upstate property full time so we can have chickens. Chickens are so great. It's great for the kids to help and take care of them. Yes. But we did have one of our babies die. It got too cold out in the coop. It didn't get under the light and it got too cold. And my daughter was traumatized because we hatched that one from our chickens. Her name was Sprinkle Cookie. And she discovered it because I was getting another one dressed and she was already up and out the door, and then she found it and she brought it in and she was just sobbing because that was her favorite chicken, and it was a good chicken. Like she would cuddle it up in like a towel and cuddle it up and have it on her chest and it would fall asleep on her. And so that's heartbreaking when we lose one. Then we talk about it and we gave her a burial and we said what we loved about Sprinkle Cookie. And so it can be hard, but that is also a part of life. And I feel like, it's important for kids to be in on that, to see everything that goes with where chicken comes from, And I started to leave a bleach spray bottle in my kitchen. See, it gets worse to see my cutting boards. Yeah. It is hard lesson for the littles, Rexy, but we still had our other one. Her name's Momo Hawk. So we still had Momo Hawk. But same thing. I got chickens in the house all the time, But it's good for them. They do have 4-H club here, so I was thinking about getting my daughter in on 4-H, like maybe to raise show chickens or something. That's totally something she would love. And she's talking about, like, on her tablet, when she gets on YouTube Kids, she watches all the homesteading channels that they are raising turkeys, and she wants an emu. She's like, Mama, this one's got an emu. Can I have one of those? Not yet. Like, I think that's a little much. Or she wants peacocks now. She wants, like, this one has a peak chick, Mom. Can we get a peacock? And I love that's what she's watching and that she's getting into this stuff because this is going to be our life. And she's going to be a huge asset to our family with the way that we're showing her everything to do. Like, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm training my future coworkers, as my kids, like, because we're going to need their help on their farm. And as we get older and stuff, and I feel like it's important. And to know where food comes from and how to raise it, harvest it, preserve it. That's a skill and a life lesson that's getting out of touch with people. And I didn't have an experience with that growing up. I had no idea. And there's some people, you tell them that, there's going to be a shortage of corn coming up. They're like, oh, well, we can just go to the store. No, it's a lot more than just that. Like if there's no corn, there's no livestock feed. So then you're no longer getting livestock. So you're not getting beef anymore. Like there's a domino effect to running out of corn worldwide, kind of thing. We did have a funeral for the chicken, and we said what we liked about Sprinkle Cookie and how she was a really chill chick, and it was really hard. Like, I feel bad for my daughter, like, and then all of a sudden she'll think of it and be like, I really miss Sprinkle Cookie. She was such a good chicken. And I know she was a good chicken, and we talk about what we liked about her and what we miss about her, and I feel like it's important to talk about those things, not just to shove them down. That's one thing that I was raised just to shove down my feelings and my emotions, and I've had to kind of untrain myself in that and be able to talk about that stuff. And it's important to acknowledge your feelings, because if you don't, then they just get worse. So you can acknowledge that you feel that and then move on from it from there, Does anybody have property they only use on the weekends? The loved ones just know we aren't there full time. Yeah, that would be harder to not be there full time. Yeah, probably be better once you move there. Then you can do all the things, But thanks for talking with me, guys. I'm gonna jump off here. I'll probably be doing more lives like this, especially in the morning. So all my morning peeps can get on this with me. And then, like I said, I'm going to be doing the Saturday night cooking lives. Oh, good morning, Susanna. I'm just about to get off here, but I'm a wife of the cattle farmer. It's refreshing to hear that you understand how the food chain works. There's some that don't. Yes, they don't think past the grocery store. Thank you. That is so true. Like, people just have because they haven't been exposed to it. That's like, what are they teaching in school? You don't know corn comes from a vegetable. That you can't it doesn't just show up in a can in the store. And I feel like a lot of society, that's what we're getting out of touch with, is being one with our food, because that's what life's all about to me. Is just everybody's got to eat, and I miss the time where we go back where I'll grow the potatoes if you grow the carrots, and we'll switch, trade some chickens for for a pig, things like that. I could cremate in my oven. That is okay. I would rather not cremate a dead chicken in my oven. Burying it is just fine. That worked just great. But creative thinking. I volunteer at the food bank, and I use one too. It took a long time for any of y'all reasons you listed. Yes, it is. It's hard to get over, because there is a huge stereotype of going to the food bank and how you're poor and you're a loser because you have to use the food bank. Or no one's called me that. I'm just saying, that there's that, I don't know, just that it's bad and that you can't take care of your family if you use the food bank. But I'm taking care of my family because I use the food bank. Like, I wouldn't be able to take care of them so well if it wasn't for the food bank. I wouldn't be able to have canned carrots stocked up on the shelf if it wasn't for the food bank giving a whole case away for free. I utilize that food because I can, and I've learned how to can and preserve because of the food bank. Like, if it wasn't for us moving here and me having the opportunity to get a large produce at once, I'm like, well, all I have to do is learn how to preserve it, and I can get all this produce. So I'm like, bet I can do that. And that's what I did. I got on YouTube and I taught myself how to can. I bought a pressure canner a year before I started pressure canning, and it just stayed in the box. Now, I bought it used for $10 off of Facebook Marketplace, and that was a steal. So even though I wasn't canning it, I knew it was something. I was teaching myself about it. I was becoming more aware of it, and I wanted to start. So when I had the opportunity to buy that, even though I wasn't canning it, I did. $10 for a brand new canner. It's my one that doesn't have the gauge. And so that's somewhere where they bought it and they just never opened it. And mine stayed in that box for a year until I finally got the nerve to open it up and teach myself because of the food bank. It's really, this food bank has created who I've become, and I'm just so grateful to it. And I am talking to them about teaching cooking classes there, because I do want to give back to them, because they have been so great. And I feel like, well, because of my channel, I'm a little more confident now in being able to teach people how to cook. So I think that I could be a good teacher, cooking instructor. And so we're talking about that probably after the holidays. We'll talk to them about it because that's something that I can bring to the table that I didn't know I could bring before, or I didn't have confidence in it. I made my very first cream of mushroom soup for green bean casserole. I bet that was so good. Yep. Used fresh green beans and home cream of mushroom. Yes, Valerie, that sounds so good. And it's super easy. You just make a gravy. I need to do one of those, how to make your own stuff like that. Like one of them is like a gravy. I'll probably just do a strict gravy recipe. Shoot, I might make that for breakfast now since I got all them biscuits. And, so I can make simple, because a lot of people don't know how to make a simple gravy, and it's super easy. Like, wasn't that easy making that cream of mushroom soup? I bet that was super easy. And you're like, oh, I had no idea this is what it is. This is what it takes. And you don't have all those chemicals and preservatives in there, and it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot fresher. So that's good. Like, and that's what I'm trying to bring to my channel, is showing people that you can make homemade food taste good and it can be within your budget. But seriously, I told I was going to get off 15 minutes ago. Quit talking to me, guys. No, I love it. I love it. All right. Yeah, you guys have a good day. I'm going to go work on that video, so be prepared for that. Beautiful scenic snow video of us cutting down our Christmas tree. My husband got all this snow on his face. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. I couldn't get a full video though because it was cold, but I got a picture of it and stuff. You were scared to make a roux. Yeah, and it's so easy. It's just fat and flour. Bam, that's it. And sometimes if I don't use enough flour and I add too much liquid and it's still thin, then I'll make a cornstarch slurry to help thicken that up. And you have that as a backup if needed. And that's just the basic of cooking, is having just basic knowledge of what you can do to fix stuff. Like, how can I fix this if my soup is not thick enough and I didn't put enough flour in my roux? How do I fix that? And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys, is having basic, like, how do you adapt from here? How do you fix it? Or how do you make it? How do you make your own gravy from the turkey stock instead of using a packet? And it'd be so much better. So good. I'm glad that that's what you guys, that you're conquering your fears and you're going out there and you're realizing it really is easy, and then it tastes so much better. So thank you guys for being here and for chit-chatting with me. I love you guys. I really do. You just make my day, and you always put me in such a good mood, and I just love all your support for me and my family. Thank you so much, you guys. I will chat at you later. I hope you guys have a great day, a great Thursday. It's Thursday, not Friday. You guys have a great Thursday, and I will I will talk to you later. I will catch you next time on Mama Beards.